Hey guys, I hope you all are having a wonderful day. So I am going to be making Nigerian meat pie. Give it some Scandinavian twist to my Nigerian meat pie, guys. So carry on watching to find out what the twist will be. So if you're new to my channel, my name is Sasha and welcome to the Lindberg family. You're welcome to carry on watching. Make sure that the size is as equal as possible. So guys, I've rinsed it, and so now I'm just going to put a little bit of salt to it and then parboil it for no more than 10 minutes, guys. So I'm going to keep an eye on it 10 minutes. So that's my carrots, it's still okay. So I'm just gonna wash it first, try and get it same size as the potatoes. So carrots is nicely diced, like they say in the chef industry. I think in Sweden it's called lök. I don't know what carrot is. We are going to cut the onion to the same size as the carrot, or attempt to. The secret to not letting your onion slide away from you when you're chopping it is to leave the root here. The good thing with the meat, even if it's cold, I can still freeze the rest of it and then use that for the next time I want to make meat pie. This one is done. My Scandinavian twist is mushroom, guys. So I'm going to be slicing some of this into my Nigerian chicken pie. So this was part of our bargain hunt with the Lindbergs shopping haul from the 16th of March. We got this from Ike Maxi for 15 kronas. So I'm just gonna clean the outside of it, but this looks very clean, guys, so there's nothing really to remove. There's no sand, so it's just to clean it like so. I'm going to use 2 mushrooms, guys. The potato is sieved. I've removed the excess water, and now I'm just going to leave it on the side. I've got my mushroom, I've got my onion, I've got my carrot, and yeah, I've got my potatoes. So I'm just going to use the scissors to cube this. Fiskars scissors is really good, guys. Since we bought it, we haven't sharpened it. You see how it's just cutting the chicken? So I'm going to try and get the size of the chickens to be the same size as my other vegetables, so that it looks really beautiful in the pie. So basically I'm doing Nigerian chicken pie with a Scandinavian twist. And what is some of the Scandinavian twist? I'm using mushroom because I don't know if in Nigeria we use mushroom. I have no idea. And most of the seasoning that I'll be using, it's probably not what you'll find in a Nigerian recipe. So everything is nicely sliced. I don't know actually if Nigerians put peas in theirs. I've got my chicken, I've got my mushroom, I've got my onion, I've got my carrots, and I've got my frozen green peas, and I've got my parboiled potatoes. So now to the ingredients I'll be using. So I've got salt in case if I need it. I actually did use it for the potatoes, but I think I'll be using it next for the pastry. Garlic to it, in thyme, 5 spice, no cubes. I don't know if it's chicken or normal one. Curry powder, oregano. I'll be using oil as well. Swedish people have to use this thing, guys. Hold on. Butter. So you can see your girl is all prepared to make this Nigerian meat pie with a twist, right? So let's get into the frying business, guys. I'm gonna turn on the cooker to full whack. So it's time for me to put my oil. So there's no recipe. I'm just going with what I've seen my mom do when she makes her meat pie, or chicken pie in this case. So I'm just using my brain to mix my ingredients together and see how it turns out. So this recipe, I don't think anyone has done something similar like this. Put some oil. That's all I'm using. So my husband always says wait for it to stop sizzling, then you know that you're ready to fry. So I'll turn down the heat now. So now it's stopped. I'm going to start by frying the chicken. I am going to fry the chicken for 3 minutes to start with. I tend to time my food because if I don't, then I'm in big trouble. Sprinkle some 5 peppers to my chicken whilst it's frying. My husband always says that when you put it in, then you then bring up the heat, because you know you're adding cold food to the hot oil. So I'm going to increase it a little bit. So I can proceed in putting the onion now. Still in that medium heat. Keep stirring. You don't want it to get burnt. Turn down the heat a little bit more. I'm going to add my carrots. I added my onion first so that it can get softer. So now I've added the carrots. So now I'm going to whack in the mushroom. So now I'm going to put on another 3 minutes. The mushrooms liquid is going to help continue the frying. So I'll whack it a little bit high up because I've added something cold to my hot pan. And now I'm going to put my peas, guys. And we don't want our sauce to be watery, so that's why I'm not going to add any more liquids to it except the flour. I'm going to be adding some corn flour. Add the seasoning whilst you're frying the meat, right? So I'm going to add the curry powder now. I'm using 1 tablespoon of curry powder, so that's 3 teaspoons. The curry powder just helps change the color of the food. So I'm adding oregano to it. 1 teaspoon of oregano, my thyme. So I'm going to do 1 teaspoon of that as well. Garlic, I'm going to sprinkle a little bit. Keep stirring them because you want to release all the flavor, right? So I've got my corn flour. So I've got my shaky, because that's what I'm going to use in mixing the water and the corn flour. Hopefully I don't need to use a hammer for this. Guys, is it just me, or are these no cubes very hard to break? I'm going to use 1 cube, guys. Add this cube that's pounded. Add the potatoes. Look at the color, guys. It's looking really nice. And peppers, I'll do 20 turns. So I decided to use 1 of the Knorr cube, and now I'm going to add chicken stock to it because I can't be bothered to keep pounding that thing. 1 tablespoon, which is 3 teaspoons. 150 ml of water. I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of corn flour to give it that nice creamy consistency you get in chicken pie. So we got this shaky from IKEA. It's really good, guys. Whenever you want to thicken, you just cover it and then you just shake it. I think I'm going to add 1 more tablespoon. So you can see the shaky has done its work. So good, guys. Just the little things IKEA comes up with is so effective. So if it's too thick, I can always add more liquids to it, right? I'll reduce the heat, mix the corn flour into the sauce. I just remembered my mom making her recipe, so then I decided to add a Scandinavian twist to it. Seeing as I'm in an interracial relationship or marriage, it's nice to try and incorporate other people's ingredients to yours as well, to just make it inclusive. I think I've been cooking everything for like half an hour with all the 3 minutes. So 3 minutes with the chicken, 3 minutes with the onion, 3 minutes with the mushroom, 3 minutes with the potatoes and the peas and the carrots. All those 3 minutes whilst the chicken was in there, then I'm sure my chicken is getting good now. But yeah, I love the consistency now. I'm going to use my aromats. My husband says there's nothing I do that I don't whack aromats to. You know, the little bit of kick that you get from salt is what I just want into this dish. So that's why I've just added aromats instead. So I've been simmering it for like 15 minutes, 5 minutes at a time. So now I just need to cool it down. Whilst it's cooling down, I can make my pastry. Salt. So that's 1 teaspoon. 2 teaspoons of baking powder. Do you know I could give it a twist and put vanilla sugar, you know? My husband doesn't like when I experiment. 2 cups of this and 1/4 cups to make up 500 grams of margarine. Why do we use margarine? I have no idea. putting my hands in food. One over 4. So keep mixing. You have to use cold water, guys, in mixing it. 1 cup of water. It's easier for you to add more, so be gentle with the water, the liquid you put in. So now I'm going to glaze it with the rest of the beaten egg. "40 minutes later, my Nigerian chicken meat pie with a twist of Scandinavian ingredients is done. So I'm going to let it cool down, guys. Look, oh my days, I could be a baker, you know. If you try this recipe, let me know. Did you like it? Is it a yes or is it a no? Now I'm going to go and prepare to feed my husband my delicious pies. Go on then, let us know what you make of it. So Frederick decided to put salsa on top. What? My Swedish husband is eating Nigerian meat pie with salsa and pickled vegetables.
The vegetables is because I'm trying to be healthy, and these ones my wife should try.
Spicy. Even my hands are still hot. Babe, show them the inside of the pie, innit? When you slice it open.
There, the filling.
Wow. So I added peppers, those 5 peppers. I added oregano. I added powdered garlic, lots of onion, carrots, green peas, mushroom. Can you taste the mushroom as well?
Yeah.
And curry powder.
It tastes very good.
Right?
I'm sure you made this.
I didn't bend the pie. You see how it's nice and brown. Did I do well?
Yeah.
Would you eat this again then? Well, you have plenty, you have no option. I'm freezing the rest for you. So you're taking some to work.
You've done a great job, baby.
Okay, love you. So okay. Yeah, so that's it for today's video, and I'm glad my husband liked it. So next time I'll make him ogbono soup or or egusi soup with swallow. You'll be fine.
No.
With a twist.
No.
If you're finding value to our videos, don't forget to give us a thumbs up, share and subscribe. If you're not already a subscriber, it really does make a huge difference to the channel, and we will see you guys on the next video. Don't forget to keep smiling and stay positive.